Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about a couple issues that I've seen in some of the islands that I've been researching over this past semester that I think need to be brought to people's attentions and ways that I think that they should be fixed. So the first island in question is the island of Chuuk. So what happened there was in 2015 it was struck by a super typhoon. According to Julian Rayal, a writer for The Telegraph, um, Super Typhoon Maysak, which was the one that hit the island of Chuuk, destroyed over 95% of the buildings on the island and did over $8.5 million of damage between the islands of Chuuk and Yap. So basically, these islands are really small and they don't have a whole lot of money in their economy. Um, so a lot of the houses on Chuuk are made of tin sheet metal. They're not structurally sound at all. And that's basically the main reason why a lot of the buildings were destroyed on the island because they're not structurally sound. The material isn't good enough to withstand, isn't strong enough to withstand the winds of a typhoon, which range from 150 miles an hour to 180 miles an hour. Um, so one thing that the United States did that I thought was really good was they decided to give to help give money to the islands affected, and one of the islands we gave money to the island of Chuuk, which was great. Um, but I think we could have done a little more. Since these countries aren't as developed as we are, I think instead of just sending just money, I think we also should have sent some valuable resources, such as architects, people who know how to build structurally sound houses and buildings. So that way it'd be more safe for people, if they're in this unfortunate kind of event again. Um, they'll be in a place that's safe and structurally sound to where no one's gonna get hurt, and and by building structurally sound buildings, the damage the amount of damage will be lessened because they'll still be in place. Maybe just a couple broken mirrors here and there, a couple broken windows here and there, but the at least the house will be structurally sound and still there. Also, I think we should send out materials that they can't get on the island, that we have excess amount of. By sending some concrete. Maybe building houses out of concrete would be a great thing for these people because actually it would be actually a lot warmer than having tin sheet metal, and it'll be safer to live in. Um, so I think that's a couple things that we could have done a little better there. So the other island in question is the island of Tahiti. So this problem has affected a lot of other countries as well. So as we all know, after the Second World War, the United States and France did a lot of nuclear testing in the Pacific Islands. So basically, what they did is they relocated a lot of people out of their homelands, their home islands, because of the radiation and all the radiation in the air, that will be in the air because of the nuclear testing. So to get them away from all that, they moved them to different lands, and the people near the nuclear testing sites that we didn't relocate, we told that they were safe. None of the radiation that reaches them is going to be harmful because they're safe enough distance away. Um, However, this was very false information. People were getting sick because of the radiation in the air. They were not a safe distance away, and it traveled through the air, and it also landed in in the land on the islands and contaminated the soil for many years to come. So, according to Forrest Young, a writer for the article Polynesian Review on scholarspace.manoa.hawaii.edu, stated that the island of Tahiti wants France, since Tahiti is part of French Polynesia, they want France to apologize for all of the nuclear testing that they've done, and the damage they've done through these nuclear testing, because it's declining and everyone's health is declining because of this, because of the radiation, and as well as their economy, because like I said, the soil and people's health are contaminated. Everything's contaminated. People are getting sick. They can't work. Um, the soil is contaminated, so the food that they can't grow a certain amount of food. They can't grow a certain food, and the amount of food that they grow is contaminated because of the soil. Um, so there's a few things that France should do that I think is the least they can do. So first, they should go on national TV and sincerely apologize to every island that was affected um, by their nuclear tests. I think that's something that they should own up to. Um, an apology is a good way to start. Um, the damage is done, but it's start repairing relationships with people, and it's a good stepping stone. The second thing I think they should do, and Tahiti, for example, I think they should build hospitals and clinics that specialize in helping people get better from radiation sickness, and the effects of radiation. Um, because that's something that radiation it gets stuck in your DNA, and you end up passing it down when you have children. And if these continue to be in people's genes, all these people are still going to be sick, and they're going to still be contaminated, which isn't right, because that's something that they couldn't control, and they were wrongly told that they were safe from radiation. So secondly, I think that they should send qualified doctors and nurses out to the island of Tahiti, and help people get better from the sickness and prevent it from spreading even more to another generation. And lastly, I think since it does affect each of these islands' economy, I think that France should be liable and give some money to these islands, because they can't make money on their own, and it really hurts their economy that they don't have a lot of money to start with, and it really hurts them and the people. So I think that France should be liable to to give some kind of compensation to each and every of these islands in question, and one of the islands in question is Tahiti. So um, that's what I have for the issues that I've been researching over this past semester. So thank you guys.